Hello and welcome back to Old Trafford, the home of honestly biased sports content. Tonight we are covering some parallel universe that we've been thrown into where Ole Gunnar Solskjær may be returning to Manchester United. And it's actually likely that he returns to Manchester United at this point. How are we doing, folks? Gee, Nelly. I mean, Diego, good to see you. Trufaudians, let me just get it off my chest. Run it back. Okay, so Diego is in favour of a Solskjaer reunion. Even if it's just for one more rodeo with Ole as caretaker, unleash the tricky Reds and have an upgraded front five run wild across these mediocre teams. I don't know about a long-term appointment, but we're not there yet. In the immediate, get someone who loves the club back in to tend to its wounds, and then we build for the future. I couldn't have said it better myself. Diego. We're here for it. Solskjaer is back. Caleb. Hi. Hi, Caleb. And Nick, the Dutch Destroyer, in the chat. Hello, boys. How you doing, man? Hope everyone's all well. Congrats, Caleb. Good to hear that your first exam went well today. One on Thursday, so just quite occupied on that at the moment. Well, you can't be that occupied, mate. You're watching an animated Red Devil on YouTube, so get back to studying. Get it done, lad. Well in, Caleb. Been up since like 5:30, so don't know why I'm still awake. Because you're here for the freshest breaking Manchester United news. And that is what I am going to give you. So, folks, let's go through it all play by play. Because we did an emergency live stream yesterday. As soon as the news broke for Ruben Amorim. Check that out if you haven't already. But we haven't gone through it step by step. So, let's commence. And let's look at the play-by-play of how we have come to this alternate universe where Solskjaer is going to replace another Portuguese manager at Manchester United. Liam, Rosenio, and Solskjaer, both of our clubs are finished. Back to being mud brothers, I guess. Good to see you, Christian. Our resident Chelsea fan in the chat. Okay, let's go through step by step what's happened here. So, it was reported that Sir Jim Ratcliffe was furious with Ruben Amorim's criticism of the club hierarchy after the Leeds game and personally made the decision to sack the Portuguese boss. The club are aiming to appoint a new caretaker manager in time for next week's derby against Manchester City. And Ole Gunnar Solskjær has shown interest in taking Manchester United job as caretaker manager, regardless of contract length. Man United take their time to assess candidates for the job. Darren Fletcher will be interim manager this week. So, as far as I'm aware, guys, just to give you the freshest update, Manchester United have three options. Because this is how it's going to work. We're going to have Darren Fletcher, who's in charge for at least this game against Burnley and our next game. I can't remember who it is, but our next two games. After that, we're looking for a manager who's going to look after United, who's going to be a caretaker manager and is going to be looking after us for the rest of the season and hopefully get us Champions League football. So, of those candidates that are being, listened to for the management position until the end of the season, we have Solskjaer, we have Carrick, and we have Fletcher himself, who will be managing tomorrow against Burnley. So we still don't know who United are going to go with. They're having interviews and, I guess seeing who would be the right candidate for the job. I don't know how they're going to judge that. I mean, if you're looking at purely accomplishments, Ole Gunnar Solskjær finished second with Manchester United. So surely he would be the best caretaker manager out of Carrick, Solskjaer, and Fletcher. But where it gets a bit more complicated is the fact that when Solskjaer finished second, Carrick was on his coaching staff. So the question is, was Carrick the mastermind behind Solskjaer's time as Manchester United manager? And should we appoint him as the caretaker manager for the rest of the season? Or is it a case of Solskjaer's the big bro, he knew what he was doing, he knew who he brought in, and Solskjaer should be the one who is made the caretaker manager? That is the interesting position that the club appear to be in right now. So, what else do we have? Indicator here, Ruben Amorim to leave Man United. Oh yeah, so he's just retweeted pretty much a tweet from December 16th where he did predict it. I mean, a lot of fans, me included, were kind of thinking this is absolute BS. But Indicator's news did come true, I'm not going to lie. So, Ruben Amorim to leave Man United. Oliver Glasner, desperate for the job, long term, obviously. So Oliver Glasner won't be available. No one will be available mid-season, realistically. Any good candidate won't be available mid-season. So we're going to have to pick either Solskjaer, Carrick, or Fletcher. Let me know who you guys think we should go with out of those three in the chat. But Indicator did predict this. United are seriously considering Oliver Glasner as their next permanent manager. Other candidates are Iraola and Fabian Herzler. I don't know why we would go with either of these two. I mean, they've not really accomplished anything. Glasner has accomplished the most, but at the same time, he plays a back three, and it sounds like we're trying to move away from a back three now. That's supposedly one of the reasons we've moved away from Ruben Amorim. So I don't think that makes any sense. I don't know why we would do that. This situation is so unnecessary. Amorim was building something and they couldn't even back it. Nick, I'm not going to lie. All of these reports from why they sacked Ruben Amorim, they make no sense. All of it is PR spin. And at the end of the day, they're probably going to hire Solskjaer so people forget about what a big mistake it was to sack Amorim. I mean, I did a poll on whether it was the right decision to sack Amorim or not. 1,000 Manchester United fans voted in that poll. And guess what? 75% thought that Amorim should have stayed. That is an insane number. Like, no previous manager, when I've done a poll, has got that high. Like, I think Ole was around like 50-50, maybe like 55 in favour of him staying. Whereas Amorim, 75%. Because everyone can see that we were actually improving. And what did I can't even say the Glazers. What did INEOS do? They threw it all away. United playing Terrorismo ball under the Austrian painter, aka Glasner. What a timeline that would be. I personally don't see how Glasner makes any sense, but watch INEOS appoint him anyway. That's quite a long post, so we're going to avoid that one. Breaking United of... So yeah, we're going to go through play-by-play. It was announced early yesterday. Amorim was sacked. A permanent appointment for the Manchester United manager position is likely to wait until summer, but Fletcher is covering for these next two games. The decision to sack Ruben Amorim has been arrived at by Manchester United's leadership team, including Chief Executive Omar Barada and Director of Football Jason Wilcox, after a breakdown in relations behind the scenes. I just find it mad. I still can't believe what universe we're in right now. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, my head still struggles to compute that they got rid of somebody who mid-season was 3 points off top four. Like, there's one thing getting rid of Van Gaal at the end of the season when he's just won a trophy. But, like, every time we've got rid of a manager mid-season, that season has pretty much been a write-off. So, who knows what we're going to see? who knows what we're going to see. It makes no sense, and therefore it makes total sense. INEOS probably. 8 players not available in the manager head role. I can't understand this thought process. INEOS took some advice from Glazers and sacked the manager for no real good reason. They definitely didn't take advice from the Glazers. I mean, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand how a personal conflict can be that strong that you would sack the manager. Like, is it just a case of like Jason Wilcox's name can't ever be mentioned in a press conference? Is that in his contract? Or like, because it wasn't even that bad of a comment. Like, I still want to know what happened behind the scenes, because all of these reports that I'm going to go through with you now, guys, like, they're just hot air. Like, they're all like twisted, manipulated. Like, there's nothing here in these reports that actually says like what actually happened. All we know vaguely is that Ruben Amorim believed that he was going to be backed in January. He got frustrated when they said, oh, okay, maybe we're not going to back you in January. And then everything just blew up. Everything went from 0 to 100 real quick after that. That's all we know. But yeah, let's keep going up. So obviously Fabrizio Romano reported it. Amorim stepped on their toes and the egos couldn't take it. I can't agree more. Like, I just don't get it. My mind does not get it. I mean, like, especially the press release. If you guys saw that, INEOS released a press release, or Manchester United did, I guess. Whatever, one of the two, the same. Like, they released a press release, and in it they said that they couldn't see any progress this season. Like, we're in a higher position in the league. We've created, like, I think first or second most XG, most shots, second most goals. Like, we signed 3 attackers and our attack has improved. It's not rocket science. I mean, sign us a defensive midfielder and our defense will improve as well. We will stop conceding so many goals. Like, it's not as though we've signed 3 forwards and like no one can score. Like, there's clear, tangible evidence. If you compare the results from last season, like with the exact same fixtures, so let's say Bournemouth away last season and Bournemouth away this season. I don't know if we played Bournemouth away, but like, use that as an example. Like, every single one of those games, we've improved our XG. So we've played like, what, 20 games this season? In like 15 of them out of the 20, we've improved our XG. Like, it's in black and white evidence we have improved. And yet they've still gone against it. Blows my freaking mind. Blows my freaking mind. But we need to dissect this more. So Ruben Amorim has been sacked by Manchester United after his outburst following the 1-1 draw with Leeds. Darren Fletcher to take interim charge. As revealed last night, tension over a lack of alignment in the market and a breakdown between Amorim and Jason Wilcox. What is that breakdown? Because I can understand the market, but like, it feels like to blow up that soon. Like, the market is still up. The market has just opened, guys. It's open for 5 days. Like, it's still got, what, 25 days until it closes. There was still time. There was still time for United to change their mind or do something like that. So like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. The fact that we are aiming at top 4 in Champions League tells us we are going the right way. True. Can't even slander Amorim in the stream anymore. What is this life even? I'm so pissed as well because, like, I swear, when Chelsea sacked Maresca, I was like, we just need to stay tight. We just need to not go into chaos mode ourselves and we will finish in the top 5. Guaranteed. Now, it's the unknown. It is the unknown. I mean, like, Ole can be coming back, and I think that he will. I think odds are that Ole Gunnar Solskjær will be returning to Manchester United. But at the same time, there is that question mark of, oh, okay, did we achieve so much success under Solskjaer purely because of the fact that he had McKenna and Carrick? Like, this is Solskjaer without McKenna and Carrick. Is it going to have the same effect? I don't know. United fans laughing at us manifested cosmic levels of karma. I know, man. I know. We're paying for my sins. Ruben Amorim's 30... Oh, this is another thing that I want to bring up. So, Ruben Amorim's 38.71% win rate is the worst of any permanent Manchester United manager of the Premier League era. This is the equivalent of... This is the equivalent of an architect designing a house, making a blueprint for it, giving it to the builders put the frame of the house up, and then let's say they put the roof up, and then we're looking at it, and that's it. The roof's been put up, the frame's been put up, there's no walls, there's no windows, there's no doors, but we're looking at it like that, and we're just saying, mate, that's a shit house. like, bro, he had 2 transfer windows. Do you know how insane it is? Like, do you remember last season where Ruben Amorim said, this is the worst team in Manchester United history? And then he literally, Ruben Amorim said that this was the worst team in Manchester United history last season, and everyone was agreeing with him. We sign 4 players, including Dorgu, 4 players. Oh, wait, no, 5 players, including Sen Lammens. So 5 players, and then we expect, oh, okay, our problems are solved. We went from the worst team, but these 5 players who are all like mid-20s or like really young, like a 23-year-old and a 20-year-old, done. Done. We should be challenging. We should be firmly in the top 4. I mean, we did have the worst team in United history ever last season, but 5 players, boom. Come on now. We're done. All fixed. All fixed. I went into a complete disarray when I saw the news, was with my mates trying to study, and I literally couldn't even study for almost an hour because I was so annoyed. I'm not going to lie, guys. I struggled to sleep last night because of this news. I struggled to sleep. The only thing that's keeping me going is pure cope because of Ole Gunnar Solskjær. That's it. That is literally it. Because I think Ole was one of those managers that didn't get the ending he deserved. A lot of the fans turned on him, and I think if he could come back and help Man United get top 4, I think I just want him to have that story. I want him to have that arc. But that aside, I'm convinced Ruben Amorim's going to be a success somewhere else. I am convinced of it. Manchester United confirm Amorim has departed his role as head coach, with Manchester United sitting 6th in the Premier League. The club... Oh, yeah, so this was the official statement, guys. Let's read the BS. With Manchester United sitting 6th in the Premier League, the club's leadership has reluctantly made the decision that it is the right time to make a change. This will give... So sitting 6th, this is the right time to make a change. So dumb. This will give the team the best opportunity of the highest possible league finish. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see about that because, I mean, we're pretty much on course to finish in the top 5, like, at the moment. We are on course. Like, we are, what, joint 5th at the moment? Something like that? We're joint 5th on points? Yeah, we're joint 5th on points. It's only goal difference that's beating us right now. But apparently, this will give the team the best opportunity of the highest possible league finish. So, let's see if INEOS know what they're doing, or they've absolutely shizzed the bed and they're putting in Solskjaer to appease the fans. We will see come the end of the Premier League season. But, guys, if you've been following the channel, you will know I've been backing... maybe not backing, but I've been giving INEOS the benefit of the doubt. Like, I've believed in the project. I've stood up for Sir Jim. I've stood up for the decisions, all of this sort of stuff. I've made like 30-minute long videos going through Sir Jim's time and INEOS's time at Manchester United for their first year. And I was fully behind everything. I saw the vision. I saw where we were going. I thought, oh, okay, this makes sense. The only time that I question INEOS is when they originally appointed Amorim, because when people were getting excited about the 3-4-3, I already had it in my mind that, yeah, well, Garnacho's gone, Mainoo probably, because it just doesn't suit them. And you can go back and see all the way back then, I was saying the exact same thing. And then, shock, we come to the crunching point. We get rid of Garnacho. Mainoo we don't get rid of. And then Amorim doesn't get backed. And I'm not saying that's the correct option. What I'm saying is they had to do that. In order for Amorim to be a success, they had to do that. But they didn't. So yeah, sucks. Absolutely sucks. Don't worry, guys. I will keep delaying the ads as long as you hit the like button. No ads on this video. We're just streaming. We're going through every single report that's come out in the past few days. Every single one. So you know everything that's happened with Ruben Amorim, and you know every single thing that's happening with Solskjaer right now, and how likely it is. Amorim's sitting in 16th, totally fine. Amorim's sitting in 6th. Nah, that is too far. What is he trying to do? Ruin the club? Ole's at the wheel. There is a part of me that wants this season to flop hard just to show INEOS their errors in this decision. I know. I'm the same way, Nick. There's a part of me that really wants it to fall down, but I want that storyline for Solskjaer. And also, I want Champions League football. I do want the club to be a success. Club over Amorim, but man, INEOS. Like Calum, I've given up on INEOS now. Me too. Guys, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, get involved in the chat, let me know what you think. Okay, what else have we got here? So Manchester United sources insist Ruben Amorim's departure was not... Again, this is where all the fluff pieces come out, guys, because we know that this is BS. Manchester United sources insist Ruben Amorim's departure was not due to any power struggle or behind-the-scenes ultimatum. Like saying, okay, you need to change the formation, which we know that they've said. They claim the decision was based on a lack of sufficient signs of evolution or progress this season. So guys, I don't know, like, you're going to have to help me out because I'm an idiot. I can't even speak. I'm an INEOS idiot. Okay, help me out. What's better to be in the Premier League? 6th or 15th? Which is better? Which is better? Can you tell me? Can anyone answer that question for me in the chat? Which is better to be in the Premier League? 6th or 15th? Because there was a lack of sufficient signs of evolution or progress this season. What? What? I'm going insane. 15 is the larger number, so it must be better. I mean, that's Sir Jim logic right there. That's Sir Jim logic. Hashtag Glazers out. Hashtag INEOS out. How many hashtags do we need? If I see Southgate as United manager, we'll be packing up as a United fan till he is sacked. Southgate ain't coming in. They can't do it. They can't do it. We will get relegated. They can't do it. It's all the same because Amorim wasn't first. Oh, God. Okay. More on Ruben Amorim's sacking. United believe there haven't been enough signs of evolution or progress. Again, such BS. Denials of power struggles or ultimatums, but understand there was a breakdown between... Denials of power struggles or ultimatums, but understand there was a breakdown between Amorim and Jason Wilcox. So it sounds like there was a power struggle. That's literally a completely contradictory statement. Manchester United back the squad to achieve their objectives this season, including getting European football. Manchester United insiders insist Amorim was aligned in adding 3 forwards over a midfielder last summer. It's so manipulative, man, because yeah, he was on board with that, but then he was probably on board with the idea of, oh, okay, but you're gonna like support me to get a midfielder, right? Right? and then INEOS just leave the chat. Oh my God. Ethan Johnson in the chat. Good to see you, man. You say they can't do it, but do you actually trust them to not be that stupid? I don't trust anything to do with INEOS now. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I've been burnt, man. I've been burnt. Like, I can't get over it. Manchester United insiders insist. Do you know how many people I've been arguing with on Twitter about Amorim getting time and all for INEOS to just listen to these like vocal fan accounts that bloody say, oh yeah, he needs to change the formation and all of it. It's such BS. Ole is at the wheel again. Don't worry, we'll get to the good news at the end of the stream. This is just the shizzy bit where we have to go through what INEOS have turned Manchester United into. INEOS and Glazers got 2 brain cells between them, who are fighting for 3rd place. Saeed TV. I mean, so Jim Ratcliffe and INEOS have sided with Saeed TV. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Oh my God. What else? And whoever replaces Amorim will still be a head coach, not a manager. No coach will ever sit above a leadership team or be given a recruitment veto like Erik ten Hag. Okay. They say it's collaborative, but it sounds like it was more, okay, this is what we're going to do. You're not going to get any players. And we think this squad's good enough to get top 5. And then all that's going to happen is we don't get top 5, and then they're going to blame Amorim and sack him at the end of the season anyway, because he's on an 18-month contract. So he's pretty much saying, like, you can sack me now or you can sack me there, but I'm going to say in press conferences, like, what I think. So, yeah. Good on him. This is crazy. Manchester United have had 10 managers in 13 years since Sir Alex retired. That does make it look worse than it is, because, I mean, you're looking at like interim managers like Rangnick, Rude. I mean, Rude and Michael Carrick had about, what, like 5 games between them or something? So that is kind of exaggerating, but still ridiculous. Manchester United sources say that while the head coach is a central part of the club's ecosystem, he does not sit above it, and that a collaborative approach and structure is essential to it. Yeah, okay. Just basically do whatever we tell you to do, otherwise we'll sack you. God, Saeed is terrible. Glinios out. INEOS and Saeed in the car park for a key strategy meeting. Do you know what is hilarious? If Solskjaer does get signed as caretaker manager, and he does get us top 4, all of those people that slated Solskjaer before are gonna have to like support him. Like when Solskjaer first had his stint as United manager, all of those people that were saying like he's a PE teacher, he knows nothing, all of this, we just need to put up the clips of them like buzzing about Amorim and then their comments about Solskjaer at the end of his first stint at United, and it will make for good TV. It will make for good TV, I'll say that. INEOS and Saeed in the car park for a key strategy meeting. So that's even the point of the manager in the club. I want him sacked at the end, but I will support him. Ole again. Yeah, I mean, I never wanted Ole sacked. I'm not going to lie. I think people just raise their expectations to such a high level because Cristiano Ronaldo signed back for the club that it was doomed from the beginning. It was doomed from the beginning. And then we signed Rangnick, and guess what? We're worse. Oh yeah, Alejandro Garnacho being an absolute pleb, liking Fabrizio Romano's post about Ruben Amorim getting sacked. I mean, his own career is going down the bin, but he has to celebrate others. It's sad, man. It's sad. Manchester United sources say Amorim has had unwavering support across the board internally, and point out he was backed to the tune of around 250 mil in the transfer market, making one of highest spenders in Premier League in that time. I mean, I think backing is very different. I mean, some people might think, oh, okay, my mate gives me loads of money and he buys my drinks all night, but then, I don't know, he sleeps with my girlfriend, he bitches about my family, but he buys my drinks all night. That is the equivalent of this statement right here, guys. So we backed Amorim. We gave him 250 mil. Yeah, you also asked him to change his system. And then, like put him in a position of like, okay, we're not going to back you anymore, but like you need to change your system, which is the main reason that we, I don't know, hired you. Oh my God. Okay. Sweet Jesus. Christopher Vivell will take a much more central role in United's new head coach search and subsequent player recruitment. Also, just going back on this when it comes to backing him, they're using big numbers like we gave you 250 mil, whatever. Apparently, Amorim wanted Martinez and he wanted Watkins. Now, don't get me wrong, Lahrmans has been really good. I think he's been decent. There's been a couple of saves where you can be like, oh, okay, bit shaky, but he's still young. He can be like a great keeper for us in the future. So let's believe in him. When it comes to Šeško v Watkins, that is still up in the balance of whether that was a good decision. I mean, I do think Šeško will come good. Again, don't get me wrong, I'm not slating the players that we have, but how can they say that they fully backed him when they didn't give him Premier League proven players in two key positions, our leading striker and our goalkeeper? I mean, I don't know. I mean, realistically, you can spin anything. This is a key lesson in life, guys. You can spin anything any way you want, but if you actually want to look at the facts of it, it's a lot more nuanced. There's a lot more details that seem to be missed in these reports. And all of these reporters, again, they're good. They're giving us the information, but they're being fed this information from, it says it right here, Man United sources. Do you really think Man United sources are going to be like, yeah, Amorim was so right? Amorim's right, man. We should bring him back. Oh, wait. Like, why would Man United sources say that? And it's funny as well, because Amorim was saying in the press conference, like, my mouth is like pretty much zipped up. Like, I'm muzzled here, guys. Like, you get your information from these people, but I can't tell you because of all of the things in his contract. And he probably never will be able to tell us exactly what happened. So, yeah. Šeško got the same ability of a blind person kicking a football. Nah, I don't think he's that bad. Šeško's good. Šeško will come good. I do think he's a decent player, but I think if it was up to me and we could sign Watkins for like 45, 50 mil or sign Šeško for like 70, 75, I probably would have gone for Watkins for this season. Probably. I was happy with his sacking. Should have happened earlier, says Axel. So few drama against bottom teams. Stubborn tactics like keeping 5 at the back against 10-man Everton. I mean, I'm not gonna blindly support Amorim and say like he never did anything wrong. Like, I can understand the Everton frustration. Keeping 5 at the back when it comes to like normal games though. Like, that is literally what we brought him in for. I can understand against, like, certain situations when, like, we're chasing a goal or, again, like, Everton go down to 10 men. Fair enough. But, like, to say, oh, okay, we want you to fully change your formation now is insanity. It makes no sense. Šeško is a B-Tech Havertz, only coming good. He does, oh, well, okay. We have improved, but we also spent much in summer, and we're hot build last year. I'm guessing that means hot shiz. We are closer to 16th and 3rd. Only reason we have a chance is that Liverpool, Newcastle, and Chelsea have underperformed. Bro, but like, look at the reason why we've underperformed over these last few weeks. Bruno Fernandes has been out. Mbuemo, Ahmad. Those 3 players create more chances than the rest of the team combined. Like, it's not rocket science, but we were going to struggle in this period when all of these players get injured. And I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't be surprised. I said this on Twitter and Instagram. I'm not going to be shocked if Bruno Fernandes leaves in the summer. I think he's 100% going to leave in the summer. I don't think Bruno Fernandes is going to stay for another rebuild. I think he's going to have a last hurrah with Ole. I think Ole brought him to the club. If Ole gets signed as caretaker manager, that's how he's going to finish his career at United, with Ole. And maybe they win a trophy together, maybe they don't. But if they won a trophy together, Ole and Bruno, I think that would be the fairy tale ending where Bruno would be like, yeah, I did everything I could. I can't stick around for so many projects. Like, I'm 31 now. People remember you for the trophies you win. He's already said that. And United aren't offering him that. Like, in the summer, the higher-ups weren't, like, begging for him to stay. Only Ruben Amorim was really saying to Bruno, you need to stay here. Like, we don't want to lose you. And Bruno felt that from the higher-ups. And now Ruben Amorim's gone. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, yeah. Bruno's gone. Bruno is... I would bet money at this point. Bruno's gone. Unless Solskjaer somehow wins every single game from now until the end of the season and somehow gets appointed permanent manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's gone. I mean, sorry, Bruno's gone as well as Solskjaer. Šeško was just pointless signing. I don't think it was. But let's see what stories we've got. Christopher Villel will take a much more central role. Our sources close to Ruben Amorim state that he was let down by the football operations team around him. He believes he will return with another elite club very soon. Internally at the club, the feeling is that Ruben Amorim was going too strong with his statements. Amorim recently... Too strong. Like, they've been hurt by words. They've been hurt by statements, by words. Amorim recently felt that some decisions made by the club were not aligned with his vision. That's why he spoke out publicly. So basically, Amorim was like, you guys aren't supporting me. Like, why aren't you supporting me the way, like, I need you to? And they had no answer for it. So they were probably questioning Amorim whether he was the guy for a while now. And they were just waiting. Darren Fletcher to continue as interim manager until a suitable replacement is found. So yeah, guys, for those who have missed it, Darren Fletcher will be managing Manchester United probably for the next 2 games, and then either Solskjaer, Fletcher, or Carrick will be given the job until the end of the season. Backed if needed until summer, but a fluid situation with a quicker mid-season appointment not ruled out if the right candidate presents. And that right candidate is Mr. Ole Gunnar Solskjær. This is Darren Fletcher's under-18s record so far. So 15 games played, 9 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses, 32 goals scored, 11 goals conceded. I mean, interestingly enough, Darren Fletcher has coached the wonder kid that we've been hearing about for the past few weeks, JJ Gabriel. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe he gets incorporated into the squad at some point this season. Maybe not. But yeah, I mean, again, what can you take from like an under-18s record? What can you take from that? We know that he likes to score goals his side, or he's had talented players to do that. There has been an interview. I don't know if I liked it, but we'll see if we can get it up for you guys. Ruben Amorim is not surprised he was sacked. He feels United don't just have one manager inside the club, they have many managers outside as well. So that's the thing. I mean, Amorim thinks that his territory was stepped on as Manchester United manager, and he's reacted. And he has reacted. Yeah. Just messaging, one sec. Okay, let's keep going. So, Ruben Amorim is not surprised that he's been sacked. What other stories do we have here? If Manchester United hired Amorim to be a system-playing manager, why did they lose patience? The system started to show structure. We were dominating possession, shots, XG, and most set-piece goals in the league. So why not wait till the end of the season? He's got a point. He's got a point. Why not wait till the end of the season? Ego is the answer. Sorry, ego. What are we saying in the chat? For the record, there's zero evidence I ever wanted Amorim out. I've always considered him a top manager, and as such, never slandered him. Well, These last games can't be judged the same because of missing players. You're right. Thought the games prior weren't good enough. The games prior, again, but Axel, the thing is, was that because of the players or was that because of the manager? Because we were in winning positions so many times, and Ugarte came off the bench, and guess what? He stunk up the place, didn't defend anything, and boom, we have like a 2-0 lead or a 2-1 lead, and it's a 2-2 draw. Like, now Bruno is gone. Just imagine what Bruno could have done if he has a manager that could have built a real team, what crazy trophies he could have won. Also, just remember that Amorim didn't even have a full effing season to try something. Came into a shitstorm for Erik ten Hag, and now half a season, that's it. It's just insanity. It's just insanity. This is the shortest stint. When people are bringing up these percentages, by the way, when people are bringing up these percentages of Ruben Amorim, oh, okay, 38% win percentage, like, he's played the second least games of any manager at United. I mean, modern manager, that is. I think only Moyes played less games than Ruben Amorim. So, like, when you're comparing the percentages to like other managers who have played twice as many games, of course we're going to have higher win percentages. Like, come on. They've got a bigger sample size. Just arrived. Is anyone against Ole back? I don't think anyone's against Ole back. We're just more commenting on the idiocy of INEOS. I'm fully for Ole coming back. Darren Fletcher has took over first team training duties today at Carrington and expected to do so for this week. It's not known yet for how long he will lead these roles. Internal meetings will take place in the coming days and weeks to assess all options, but I understand the club aren't ruling out bringing another interim until the end of the season. Yeah, so it's exactly what I said. Darren Fletcher is going to be managing the next 2 games, and then after those 2 games, we're going to know if either Darren Fletcher's going to be managing for the rest of the season, if it's going to be Solskjaer, or it's going to be Carrick. Or I think Ruud van Nistelrooy has also been contacted, but I don't understand why Ruud van Nistelrooy would be contacted, if I'm being honest. The plan is for Darren Fletcher. Yep, we've done that. Oliver Glasner is likely to be Manchester United's top target to replace Ruben Amorim permanently. Obviously, that would be in the summer. But again, it makes no sense because he plays a back 3. So why would we do that? In a clear the air meeting after the draw to Wolves, Jason Wilcox wanted more tactical adaptability and lowered expectations regarding January deals. Amorim was furious with this, which accelerated tensions. Amorim questioned how, with a currently depleted squad, he can succeed when changing tactical style. Yeah. He wanted more tactical adaptability. You should have known what manager you were signing. Dumbass. Kobbie Mainoo, Joshua Zirkzee, and Manuel Ugarte were desperate to leave this month had Ruben Amorim stayed in charge. And this is the thing, guys. This is why I commented underneath. I think it should be here. I mean, other than Kobbie, who we know wanted to go on loan purely for game time, who cares about Zirkzee and Ugarte? We need to sell them. So, of these 3 people who were desperate to leave this month, if Ruben Amorim stayed in charge, I don't care about 2 of them. Like, I don't care. Who cares about this? Like, all of these fluff pieces of like, oh, it's the right decision to sack Amorim because, like, it's the right decision to sack Amorim because, look, these quality players were going to leave us. What, a 20-year-old and 2, like, absolute flops? Come on. Come on. Wake up. I'd sell all 3. Because Robin Van Persie just has massive aura. They want new Peaky Blinders-esque photos. Oh, God. Subscribe if you haven't already, folks. We have hit 2,420 subscribers on this stream alone. So thank you to all of those who have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, we do go live every night covering the latest Manchester United news. Manchester United, oh yeah, this as well. Manchester United staff at Carrington were taken aback today after seeing Ruben Amorim and his coaching staff leaving the training ground laughing and joking. I mean, who can blame them? Who can blame Ruben Amorim and his coaching staff for laughing at being sacked? Like, they got laughed. Like, they got sacked for words. They got sacked for nasty words. And they weren't even that nasty. They were honest, saying that, oh, okay, I'm not being backed. I came here to be the manager. I'm not just a coach. I'm not just here doing training sessions. I want to know who is a part of my squad. I want to know all of these things, Amorim pretty much said. And that's why I put underneath of Manchester United staff at Carrington, I put joke of a decision deserves a joke of a response. Well done, Ruben. Ruben Amorim was summoned to Manchester United's training complex early on Monday morning to be informed of his sacking. Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox personally informed Amorim of the club's decision. Insiders say Wilcox, who was criticised by Amorim in his outburst at Elland Road, had been Amorim's biggest supporter. Okay, he might have been his biggest supporter, but when he actually needed to back him, he didn't, so who cares? Have you heard that Erik ten Hag goes to heavyweight club FC Twente? That in itself is insanity, Nick. That in itself is crazy. Like, we really broke Erik ten Hag, I'm not going to lie. I think Bayer Leverkusen put the final nail in the coffin, but we destroyed Erik ten Hag. And then this was Ruben Amorim, pictured for the first time since his Man United sacking, smiling with his wife, going for a walk in the snow. The Premier League Manager of the Month curse is very real. Both Maresca and Ruben Amorim won Manager of the Month. And guess what? They got sacked like 2 months later because of words that they said. I mean, at least Maresca did something bad, guys. Like, Maresca actually was flirting with Man City, and like he was actually like looking to leave Chelsea. Amorim didn't even, like, Amorim just said, oh, okay, back me or sack me. That's it. Thoughts about Kobbie, Casemiro, Bruno midfield, and Cunha and Buemo wingers? Yeah, I like it. I like it, Axel. The only question is, where does Ahmad play now? I feel like Cunha could play as maybe a striker, and then the striker position is shared with Cunha and Šeško, and then Ahmad maybe goes on the left wing. That's the only solution I've come up with, but because I don't think Amorim deserves to be a bench player now. But Mbeumo definitely should play on that right-hand side. He's done more in the Premier League than Ahmad, so... Erik ten Hag slowly realising that his level is under 19s in the Dutch second league. The world is healing. God. Nuno Espirito Santo pretty much said good luck to Ruben Amorim and said it's a shame that they've sacked a young manager. He did say that he was surprised and sad. Hater Central obviously had to be on it. Ruben Amorim's... Ruben Amno Nothings. Manchester United legacy, the end of an era. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And here are all the players who said goodbye to Ruben Amorim in posts. A lot of players did, because as you can imagine, Ruben Amorim is quite popular with the players. So Harry Maguire was the first. This is another story. So Kobbie Mainoo and Ruben Amorim had a shouting match at Carrington at the end of the last season. Mainoo's family were not fans of Amorim, but Mainoo refused to give up on his United career, perhaps confident he would outlast the manager. And well done, he's done it again. Like, the players, player power, they'll never learn to just do what a manager says. They'll just always think, okay, I'm going to get my own way here, and think that they can get away with it. Amorim as well, like, when that photo was taken of him smiling, he actually ended up like high-fiving a reporter, which is pretty funny. What else do we have here? Bruno Fernandes has returned to grass training and is pushing to play against Burnley. Fernandes has returned to grass training. Sources have said Bruno's been practically begging coaches to let him play. Decision is to be made by Darren Fletcher tomorrow. Bruno Fernandes says goodbye to Amorim. One thing I did notice is they all put Mr. in their messages. I don't know if they've all got the same PR company. I don't know if that's like a little nickname that they had for Ruben Amorim. I'm guessing it's the latter. Master Licht, again, thanks for everything, boss. Man, I like the same thing 3 times. Mason Mount, saying thank you, Gaffer. And this is a crazy stat. Now, I'm not saying Master Licht is cursed. I'm not saying that at all. I would never say that. But Master Licht has had a new coach every single season of his career. Oh my God. Erik ten Hag, Ruben Amorim, and now a new manager to come in. Look at how many managers he's had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's had a new manager every single season. Like, is that a red flag for a player? I think it might be. I think that genuinely might be a red flag. So disappointed with the news, by the way. The definition of insanity can be found within our club. Difficult times. Matty Joe's in the chat. Good to see you, Matty. But, mate, it's... You got it, man. You got it. It is literally the definition of insanity. Like... I feel like I've been thrown into an alternate universe where we've destroyed Manchester United. Like, what happens if Ole comes? So Ole joins. He gets terrible results. We miss out on top 4. We've missed out on European football 2 seasons in a row. And we have to attract a manager to come in when they know that, okay, you won't really have any power because if you ever speak up against us, you will be sacked. Like, who is that appealing to? De Ligt is a multicultural player. Is that how we should say it politically? Wait, what? Oh my God. Ruben Amorim's last words as United's head coach. I want to listen to this. I don't think we'll get copyrighted, but hopefully
they need to do their job. The manager of Manchester United, not to be the coach. And every department, the scouting department, the sport director needs to do their job. I will do mine for 18 months and then we move on.
All right, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Look at the vacant stare at his eyes at the end. Like, he knew that's the last press conference I've done. Like, look at the vacant stare here.
We move on.
He's just...
All right, thank you, guys. Thank you. What are your points today?
His last words are, we move on. And that's exactly what his team are going to do. And I said this on Twitter, and it got a lot of likes, but some people were actually calling me out for it. I said, I would bet money that, and again, I'm not a betting man, but I would bet money that Ruben Amorim is heavily successful somewhere else. I just believe it. I honestly think that he's a great coach. Because Manchester United sack Ruben Amorim, his salary will be on their books until the middle of 2027, unless another club negotiates an exit fee. Ole Gunnar Solskjær would be happy to help Manchester United. And here we go, guys. This is where we move. We move from the Ruben Amorim comments to the Ole Gunnar Solskjær reports. So Ole Gunnar Solskjær would be happy to help Manchester United again if they needed him as a caretaker manager, from Fabrizio Romano yesterday. I've heard that the sacking already was imminent before Leeds after a heated argument and that the conference didn't cause it. I don't know. I don't even know what to believe, Axel. Like, we're hearing different stories. We're hearing, okay, it was imminent before. It's because of the comments. It's because he doesn't want to change his system. It's because, like, we've heard so many different things. And the sad thing is, I don't think we're ever going to truly find out. Patrick Dorgu says goodbye and thanks Ruben Amorim. Sheshko thanks Ruben Amorim. Luke Shaw thanks Ruben Amorim. Aidan Heaven thanks Ruben Amorim. And here we go. Ruben Amorim is hurt. He has told people close to him he was not looking for the sack. So, I mean, it really does sound like all it takes is to piss off one of the egotistical hierarchy, and then you're absolutely screwed at Manchester United. That's all it takes. Even Pep is starting to back Amorim. That's also crazy. Yeah, Pep came out and said he's a top coach. It just shows like clubs are still not giving managers enough time. Did any player not thank Amorim? I don't think I've seen a Mainoo one. I don't think I've seen a Mainoo one. Paul Scholes on Manchester United's next permanent head coach. Number one for me is Thomas Tuchel. I feel like that's just for, it's a safe option, but at the same time, I just don't think United fans are going to be entertained. Xerxes sends a message to Ruben Amorim on Instagram. Yep, even Xerxes. I mean, Xerxes leaving, or he was looking to leave in the January transfer window. Even though he was looking to leave because of game time, even he thanked Ruben Amorim. Like, it shows that he obviously had good man management skills, Ruben Amorim. And Buemo thanked him. So these are the list of players who did say goodbye messages yesterday. So Maguire, Bruno, De Ligt, Dalot, Ahmad, Mount, Dorgu, Šeško, Shaw, Heaven, Xerxes, and Buemo. And I think we've got more. I think Cheeto did one as well, which I think I liked. So we'll see that in a sec. And also reports have come out saying that like the majority of the squad were upset that Ruben Amorim got sacked. Like usually it's the players that turn on the manager. That didn't happen here, guys. It didn't. What about Malacia lot? I don't think Malacia did. I don't think so. Shout out Garnacho for showing support for his old manager till the end. You love to see it, top guy. Terrible, man. Garnacho didn't thank him. Malacia is a myth. So Kobbie Mainoo is back on grass and has been training individually for a week now. 20-year-old is making significant progress and is now closing in on a return from injury. United have been careful with rehab due to risk of aggravation to calf. And yeah, Kobbie Mainoo liked this post on Instagram. So he didn't post anything thanking Amorim, and he posted this. Amorim after hiring his best mates to be coaching staff and getting them a fat payout. So yeah, he's pretty much mocking Amorim to the bitter end. And this is how Garnacho started, guys. This is how Garnacho started, and this is the problem with players when they think they've got too much power. Chido Obi saying a thank you message. I mean, even though Amorim said those things in the press conference, about like Chido struggling and Harry Amass struggling, even Chido, look, thanks for everything, Gaffer, especially for allowing me to make my debut for such a big club. Wish you all the best. Like, class. That's class, mate. That's class. Ruben Amorim's compensation package took the total cost of hiring and firing him to nearly £27 million. Oh my God. Could literally sign a midfielder for that. During a phone call. That's a bit of a nothing burger story, so I'm not going to tell you that. The majority of Manchester United players are not happy with the sacking of Ruben Amorim. Amorim was popular with the players and retained the backing of most of the squad members. Senior sources said that Manchester United are looking to appoint a manager with Premier League experience to succeed Amorim in the long term. Okay, so we're looking at Ancelotti, Tuchel, Pochettino, but again, it's not going to fix our squad, is it? Ornstein on Manchester United's current January transfer market plans. A lot can change in the weeks ahead, but the initial word that I'm getting is that no notable business is expected to be done at this point in time. Ruben Amorim and Jason Wilcock's relationship ahead of Amorim being sacked. We didn't hear about fundamental breakdowns during much of Amorim's 14 months, but clearly in more recent times, there have been suggestions of tensions. I don't think it was only about formation. There would have been many factors, certainly from the dialogue I've had around this news. Formations, recruitment in the market, visions, perception of what promises have and haven't been kept, and where things are going. Evidently, Friday was a bad day in this, and Sunday's comments tipped it over the edge. There's been friction between Amorim and Vivell over signings, notably Benjamin Šeško and Sen Lammens, as well as tactics. Vivell has mentioned internally that United need more variability, and earlier in the season highlighted Fulham manager Marco Silva's comments about Amorim's side being easy to play against. Kobbie Mainoo is now expected to stay at Manchester United. Premier League table since Amorim's first get. Again, there's no point comparing it because he inherited a squad who didn't know how to play his way of football. But Fox, good to see you, man. Brats, Amorim gave debuts to Heaven, Obi, Fredrickson, Amas, Lacey, Jay Fletcher, Mantato. I do think Amorim lacked a senior figure on the coaching team with him. Couldn't he have brought an experienced Portuguese guy with him? I mean, imagine a coaching team of Amorim and Mourinho, but I don't think the egos would have handled it. United aware of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being keen on return, even on a 6-month contract. Solskjaer would love to be back and help Man United as caretaker manager. United start internal process today to assess short-term options. Then new permanent manager from June. Kobbie Mainoo's wish to leave Man United will likely soften due to Amorim's exit. In a meeting on Friday, Amorim said that the players needed to be changed. Wilcox said he wanted to work through the issues, evolving the squad over time, but sticking with Amorim. Amorim reacted by saying he wished to leave the club and would be calling his agent. And I think I commented under this one as well. So yeah, I said, I don't know if this makes sense. If he wanted to leave, why did we sack him? Surely we wouldn't have had to pay compensation if he just wanted to leave. Because this story makes it out that, okay, Amorim just said, I want to leave and I'm going to call my agent. Whereas, like, we know that didn't happen. We know that didn't happen. I mean, Amorim's pretty much said, I will stay here. I love being a Manchester United manager and all of this stuff. Like, he would have stayed coaching, but what INEOS couldn't handle is Amorim going off on more press conferences. So yeah. Ole loved giving Leeds a beating. He did indeed. That McTominay goal is still in my mind against Leeds. Jason Wilcox told the players that the last 2 days had really shocked him. He insisted the club had given Amorim what he wanted, but he had made his feelings clear on an exit. We don't understand where the last 48 hours have come from. He told the squad. Wilcox said Amorim had changed and Man United had to act. Just in their face-to-face meeting at Carrington on Friday, Wilcox suggested to Ruben Amorim that the players were struggling to gain trust in his 3-4-2-1 system and had become confused over his vision. Amorim would train the team in a back four, only for a back three to be selected in games. They also sensed he lacked faith in them due to his selections and public statements. Amorim responded that the players needed to be changed. Wilcox said he wanted to work through the issues, evolving the squad over time, but sticking with Amorim. What does that even mean? Surely that means that he agrees these players need to go. Like, it's not rocket science, man. Amorim reacted by saying he wished to leave United and would be calling his agent. Ruben Amorim and his assistants are due around £10 million as a compensation package. I wonder what players Amorim actually rated. Probably the ones that he signed. And Bruno, probably that's it. And Casemiro. So Jim Ratcliffe leans on Jason Wilcox for his football knowledge, but also expresses thoughts of his own. Earlier in the season, Ratcliffe also proposed playing Mbeumo at wing back. Why? And who cares? Who cares what Ratcliffe thinks? Come on. So yeah, Kobbie Mainoo is expected to stay. Amorim's relationship with the academy was a subject of contention. One senior member of staff did not recall Amorim ever attending an academy game during his tenure. Well, I'm not going to lie, I don't think he had much time for academy games when, like, we were fighting relegation last season. And Ole Ball is coming back. Who's ready for the vibes, peeps? The mood in Manchester United's training yesterday is said to have been excellent, with Darren Fletcher and Travis Binnon taking charge. After a game last February, Amorim revealed to one source that he knew Manchester United wouldn't win just by watching how his players tied their laces before the warm-up. In the same conversation, Amorim confided his fear that the club was broken and that he didn't know how to fix it because the players he had inherited were fragile. In particular, he was shocked at what he saw as a lack of physicality within the squad, and on numerous occasions, Amorim became irate because players were losing one-on-one duels too often. Maybe Ratcliffe needs to fix the Mercedes F1 team, go and focus on that and F off for a while. I bet that was Garnacho tying laces. I bet Garnacho asked Amorim to tie his laces for him. Ruben Amorim had deep doubts. Yep, that's the same story. Yeah, Wilcox. So Wilcox came out and said this a couple of months ago, which is kind of worrying. I'm a coach at heart. Jason Wilcox told the Manchester United former Players Association in September. That's a strength in my role now, but also causes me a bit of a problem because I always want to interfere in what the managers are doing. And that was the final nail in the coffin for Ruben Amorim, was it not? But yeah. Thanks, Jason Wilcox. And Ole Gunnar Solskjær. So this was Solskjær's last interview, I believe, when he got sacked from his first stint at United. Let's have a listen.
I'm going to leave out the front door, and because I think everyone knows I've given everything for this club. The club means everything to me, and together we're a good match. But unfortunately, I couldn't get the results that we needed, and it's time for me to step aside.
Bear in mind, guys, Ole was in like almost tears after he got sacked from a management role, and it's crazy because I honestly want the fairy tale ending for Ole. I want him to come back. I want him to play Bruno in a 10. I want him to win a trophy so he can say, oh, okay, I won a trophy as a Manchester United manager, and that's it. That's what I want. That is what I want. And yeah, it's crazy. So many people turned against this man during this time. And that's why I want him to come back as well, because he deserves it, man. But, like, again, I think some channels are better than others. I think some are very toxic. The United stand have blood on their hands when it comes to Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Like, the content they were making at the time, calling him like a PE teacher and all of this sort of stuff. And then he cried in this interview, and I remember it still to this day because I made like a long Instagram post about it at the time. And like, they were pretty much saying it's all PR spin. Like, he doesn't really mean it. All of this sort of stuff. If he really cared about Man United, he would quit. And all of this, like, Ole cares about United. Like, I don't. Anyone who questions that, just I don't know if I can back what you're pushing if you're going to say that Ole doesn't care about United. So I want him to get that fairy tale ending. Ruben Amorim cost £27 million in total. So yeah, he is under consideration, says Laurie Whitwell. Johnny Evans is going to be assistant coach, by the way, for Fletcher tomorrow. Johnny Evans set to return as interim head coach, or like assistant coach. The atmosphere of the club has been broadly positive. Yeah. INEOS are open to appointing a new sporting director in Manchester United. It remains unclear whether this would see Jason Wilcox depart or if two would work alongside each other. So, I mean, we could even be sacking Jason Wilcox. we could literally be sacking Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox, Ten Hag, and Amorim within the space of like a year and a half. Oh my god. This is insane. INEOS in favour of support, yeah. Pep Guardiola backing Amorim, saying, it's like what happened with Maresca. Managers not getting enough time. I cannot say anything due to the respect I have for both clubs. Ruben is a top manager. I wish Ruben all the best in the future. Ole Gunnar Solskjær is waiting for Manchester United to decide if he's going to be appointed. Stay tuned for that, guys, because we will probably find out either today or tomorrow, I believe, if Solskjær will be appointed for the rest of the season, I'd imagine. So yeah, follow us on Instagram. We do post the latest updates as soon as they come out. And yeah, Darren Fletcher's press conference is coming out just now. And he's talking about Ruben Amorim. So we are going to go through those comments as well, just briefly towards the end of this. Fabrizio Romano, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's message to Man United is that it's not about the money or contract. He doesn't care about all that. He just wants to be back at Man United to help the club in this difficult moment. Solskjaer in the 1920 and 2021 season, 76 games, 14 lost, 139 goals scored, 80 goals conceded. I mean, it's night and day difference between Amorim's, but I think Amorim was building something long term, whereas Solskjaer maybe not. Again, another BS story. Ruben Amorim and Lisandro Martinez squared up and supposedly had like a disagreement because Martinez wanted to play, but Amorim didn't want to rush him back because of injury. So it's just more BS stories. Takes it out of you guys, man. And this is a crazy stat in itself. United have now spent £100 million in compensation since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement in 2013. £100 million in compensation. Do you guys know how mad that is? Do you know how mad that is? Oh my God. And we're in mountains of debt. We're firing dinner ladies. We're cutting back on giving people a free lunch as a like work perk. We're giving them fruit. And we're spending 100 million sacking these managers. And that's just in compensation, by the way, not including the price it costs to get Ruben Amorim out of his contract in Sporting Lisbon in the first place. Could have brought Pogba back a third time. Oh my God. INEOS is the hand of the Glazers. Yep. Breaking news, INEOS now trying to sack the entire city of Manchester. Ruben Amorim just chilling. I mean, can't see his face when it's zoomed in, but like he's literally just chilling, walking around Manchester. It'd be hilarious if he just bought a ticket to a game and he was just going to United games now. That'd be so funny. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's return would be welcomed by players including Fernandes and Maguire. I honestly think if Fernandes... I think Fernandes might just leave in the summer and be like, yes, Solskjaer brought me. I'm leaving with Solskjaer. That's the end of my story at United. Solskjaer back in Cheshire, so back in Manchester United. So he is local and ready. Darren Fletcher, he comes out with a few words saying that he's honoured to be United coach. Says that Fernandes and Mount could be back, but they're going to be on selective minutes, so nothing major coming out from his press conference today. Ben Jacobs, though, saying Solskjaer is the front runner for the Manchester United job. Solskjaer gets the interim role at Manchester United if he'd hope to be made permanent manager again in time. Should he do well and prove himself. So Solskjaer is like really pushing it here. Solskjaer is hoping that like he comes in, wins all of his games, wins a trophy in 6 months or like 4 months now, and then somehow he gets appointed permanent manager. Crazier things have happened, but let's wait and see. And finally, talks between Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's agent, Jim Schicklbakken, are well advanced. Solskjaer is waiting patiently for a final decision. So folks, we have gone through every single update following the Ruben Amorim sacking. If you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. Let's see if there are any more updates and get your questions in the chat. Just bear with me. I just need to send one message and I'll be back with you. Okay. Funny if we see a midfield pairing of Fletcher and Fletcher against Burnley, since it might be old Fletcher's only game. It would be hilarious if he just selected his own sons. It's just like, I don't give a shit. I'm playing my boys, man. I'm playing my boys. Would love if we sign Amorim just so he can chase Nacho out of the club for the second time. Amorim is 100% on a blacklist for games purely out of PR reasons. Alex Crook chats. Cheers. Could have brought Pogba back. 27 mil. That's also the price of a bench player to strengthen our squad. Gone back to United confirmed. That'd be so funny. Okay, let's see what has come out from Fletcher's press conference. Okay. Well, Centre Devils need to update their banner. I think I need to update my banner. I think I've still got Amorim in it. So let's see what Fletcher's come out with. Darren Fletcher. I've had conversations with players and it's been time consuming, so I actually plan to have more conversations. Maybe my first experience in the first days of Manchester United. You don't have as much time as you think. So in my head, I had these plans of speaking to loads of players and it didn't pan out that way. Darren Fletcher reveals he called Sir Alex Ferguson after being offered the Manchester United position. I've got a really good relationship with Sir Alex, so he's probably the first person on the phone actually. So I wanted to speak to him first and ultimately to get his blessing. To be perfectly honest with you, I think he deserves that respect. I wanted to run it by him, what he thought, and he was supportive of it. And he echoed my thoughts, which I've always said. It's your job to do the best for Manchester United. When you're an employee of the club, it's your job to do your best for Manchester United. It's amazing when he says something that I try and live and believe every day, so it was comforting for me for him to say that. Honestly, the Santa Claus of Manchester United, Sir Alex Ferguson. Give him just a round of applause for Sir Alex Ferguson drop. Go on. Doing it the right way, Fletcher. I wonder if the board actually asked Sir Alex Ferguson, do you think we should get rid of Ruben Amorim? Because I bet he would have said no. So admin, how is Amorim's shop going to be called? Oh yeah, what is Amorim's shop going to be called on the street? I'm thinking not admins. I'm thinking Amorim's Armory or something like that. And it's just full of shotguns or something. Or maybe a Peaky Blinder related thing, because we know that Amorim is obsessed with Peaky Blinders. Something like that. Amorim's Slim Jims. Sacking Ruben Amorim sacked will haunt Manchester United. I agree, Raven. I agree. I don't think it was the correct decision to get rid of him, and I'm still shocked. I'm still in disbelief, but I have to we have to move on. Darren Fletcher issues an update on Kobbie Mainoo's fitness. Kobbie actually did a part of a session today, but he's going to have to be assessed tomorrow. So that was part of the plan. Darren Fletcher on Ruben Amorim. I've got a good relationship with Ruben, so I'm disappointed, and obviously for him, but what's happened has happened, and I'm here to try and help the club, and we have to move on quickly. As I said, everything I do is with the best interests of the club, and that's why all my focus is energy is going into Burnley. Ultimately, he's the manager who gave my son his debut as well. So as a father, I've got a lot to thank him for, and Tyler. Although the boys have gone and earned that themselves, he was the manager that did that. I mean, Fletcher's based, man. Fletcher's based. He's giving credit where credit's due. Round of applause for Fletcher. Well done. Well done. Darren Fletcher on Ruben Amorim. Oh, again, he's got more. Is he literally just being asked about Ruben Amorim? He's obviously got a lot on his mind, and I've been really busy, so I've not had the chance to. I'd love to speak to him because I had a good relationship with Ruben. He was great with me. He was very welcoming to me and to his staff at the end of last season in terms of being the under-18s coach. In terms of small communication I've had this year, because I've been on another side of the building, always good interactions. Oh my God, more quotes. I didn't have the chance. I've reached out to him. I've not managed to make contact yet, but that's understandable. So Alex Ferguson was in Carrington this morning and spoke with Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox. Oh, okay, that is interesting. I wonder what happened in that conversation with Sir Alex Ferguson, Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox. I'm very interested to find out what happened in that combo. Might as well bring McFred for Ole, says Raven. Bring McTominay back, man. I'm saying it. Bring McTominay back. Okay, that's everything here. Any more? Darren Fletcher, I had a conversation with Bruno Fernandes because that's important because he's a captain and I wanted to speak to him. And actually, I focused on a couple of players who I don't know so well. So Mateus Cunha and Benjamin Šeško. Okay, we will leave it there, folks. We will leave it there. If you have any questions in the chat, get them in quickly. Amorim Cookies Tin. Get them in the chat quickly. If not, we will end it there. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Again, it's a pretty shit situation. It's crazy. Something's just happened on my screen. So I've seen how many views I've got for the last 48 hours. And it's the exact same number as the subscribers that I've got. That was weird. That's never happened before. But yeah, so thank you to all who have subscribed. We have moved up from 2416 subs to 2423. So again, appreciate you all subscribing. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Let's see what the clown show tomorrow will bring, says Nick. Yeah, we will be doing a match watch along for the game against Burnley, like we do for all the matches throughout the season. But yeah, shout out to you all. Told them they made big mistake to sack Ruben Amorim. Yep, completely agree, Raven. Completely agree, mate. But yeah, special shout out to the members, just quickly. Special shout out to Mr. Kiefer Bix. Special shout out to Mr. Ethan Johnson, to the Dutch Destroyer, and to Mr. Matty Scott. If you are interested in getting a shout out at the end of every stream and getting your face on the wall of glory, or the like heavens of glory, or whatever this is, then yeah, join the channel and become a member and get access to all of our secret chats. But for now, Raven, don't say Burnley will beat us tomorrow. We can't end the stream on that. Come on, man. If they appoint Maresca, says Chaitan. Why is my crown brown? So, like, the longer you become a member, the different level of crown you get, Nick. Trufordians and the others gold. Good luck without Ruben Amorim tomorrow. I mean, I think Fletcher will do well. But guys, we really need to end this. We've been live for almost like 2 hours now. But for now, hope you all have a delightful evening or afternoon, wherever you are. Shout out to the person who just subscribed as well. But for now, Godspeed.